Hello flight simmers, welcome back to the channel everyone, and welcome back to the next full flight video. And today of course we are going to do the first full flight video in the brand new 737-800 for Microsoft Flight Sim. And yeah, certainly after my last video, which was the just very short sort of recap my opinion on this aircraft, we are now enjoying this aircraft on a real flight. And yeah, we are flying, as you can see, Air Europa, and we are flying from Rome over to Madrid. Should be a nice evening flight. Currently 6:20 p.m. and I think we will be nicely chasing the sunset across the Mediterranean basically, and then onto the peninsula. So that's in store for us today, and we are flying online as well. Currently we have, I think, Tower online here for Rome, and let's see, maybe we are lucky and also catch some ATC over at Madrid later on. That would of course be super cool. And yeah, other than that, I think that's really everything to mention for now. I am really looking forward to fly this aircraft today. Certainly, I think most of you know that this is not going to be very different from the 737-700, of course. Fairly similar aircraft, but for me it's super important, or it gives me a lot of immersion to fly the proper aircraft on a proper route. And of course the 800 is just giving us so much more real world operations which we can now do. And yeah, this is one of them, so let's get to it. Right, so here we are in the flight deck. The first struggle is already right here. I'm trying to load the aircraft using the PMDG in-house functions. Now I can at least start to load the cargo, but I have no idea how I can initiate the boarding. It might be due to refueling still in progress. I don't know. Maybe this changes. Maybe I can start boarding when refueling is complete. Let's see. Anyhow, we will just go ahead with our normal preparations, and then we should be fine. We have external air conditioning, which is nice, just above 20 degrees inside the cabin. Yes, and so let's get on to this one. FMC position. And then the route, and now actually I kind of saw this coming. I have not set up SimBrief in a way that it automatically stores the route, so we have to enter it manually, but it's fine, it's not too crazy today. I think we are lucky. So going from LIRF to LEMD like this in Europa 1048. Runway will be 25, and then we are first off to Esino. Then on the Zulu 924 to Suppox, then Uniform Zulu 924 as well to Repal, then Uniform Mike 603, looking good, to Cap de Pera. I think that's on Mallorca, so we are crossing Mallorca, and then 733 to Prado, and then on the Prado arrival. Okay, looks good. Actually, we can dial him something on the arrival. I'm expecting ILS Zulu 18 right today on the Prado 7 Echo. So we have something in here, and then we will of course get the departure from the ATC controller, which I believe we can do now, since I think this will take a bit more time here. Fiumicino Tower, good evening from Europa 1048. Information Charlie requesting clearance to Madrid.
Europa 1048, Tower hello, cleared to Madrid via SOSAC 5 Delta departure, Asino 7 Hotel transition, runway 25, initially 4,000 feet, set squawk 5501.
Clear to Madrid, runway 25, SOSAC 5 Delta departure, Asino 7 Hotel transition, initial altitude 4000, squawk 5501, Europa 1048.
Europa 1048, read back correct, info current Charlie.
Alright, so that's that. So I've now actually requested these stairs and now boarding is finally starting. I don't know what's wrong with these jetways, but anyhow, that's what it is. Okay, so runway 25, SOSA 5 Delta departure, Asino 7 Hotel transition. Okay, I actually had the sounds set wrong. Now it's good for me. I'm not sure if you will notice the difference if I manage to cut it out. But yeah, so now this is fixed. We have this. Let's look at the charts. Asino 7 Hotel transition, that's down here. And then we need the SOSAC 5 Delta departure. And let's see, initiating 247 to Romeo Fox 777, a maximum 200 knots. And then left-hand turn to 786, still max 200 knots, and then SOSAC 3000 above. And then from SOSAC we are heading to Asino, and then we need either 9000 above or flight level 100 above. Not sure which way we're heading then, but I think we will anyway be above flight level 100. That should be fine. Okay, let's see if this makes sense in here. So 200, 200, 3000 above, and then Asino.
That's 455 taxi holding point, Bravo Bravo runway 25.
Let's just dial 100
Bravo.
above.
Taxi holding point runway 25, Bravo Bravo via Bravo Golf, Bravo pass for 455.
Like this. Okay, and initial heading again was 247. It's coming in here. Initial altitude 4000. And now let's check how quickly. Oh, that's going fast. That's good. So let's go ahead and fire up the APU. Then we are not wasting too much time from now on. Okay, looks like boarding is completed as well, so let's release everything like that, and then let's see. There we are. So in it, 0 fuel weight, 60.6. And then we are flying a cost index of 41. Reserves will be 2.8. And we have a flight level of 330. I think winds we can actually load in properly. That's good. Let's see what's the transition altitude to 6000. Coming in here. I'm just seeing we are super light. Load level 45.8%.
455, runway 25, clear for takeoff. Wind 0406 knots. Please for takeoff, runway 25, runway is after 455.
Okay, apparently I cannot load in the winds. Then I will just enter the cruise winch, which is 276 at 54. Like that. Okay, then just the takeoff calculation, and then we should be good to rock and roll. Okay, so I've used a TopCat calculator for takeoff weight 70.2 tons. Let's see how it works out. So that's gonna be temperature 43. Flaps 5, and then we have speeds 147, 148, and 149. Let's see how this works. Oh, it didn't take the rotate. 148. So 49 in here. And then we should be looking fine. Flight directors, auto throttle, RNAV departure. Okay, now I think we finally got it. Now we're good. So let's continue over here. APU. Then we have ground services, release and release. Now let's see. Parking brake is set. So this can be removed. PAX auto, APU bleed on, window heats. Ooh, the air conditioning is quite loud. Interesting. Beacons, hydraulics. Then all the fuel pumps. I guess there's also something in the center tank. Yes, there is. Okay, and some checklists. Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Navigation, transfer and display switches are all normal and auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is not set. I did forget that. 330. Flight instrument setting 293, 293, 1011, 1011, 1011. That's checked. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers are cut off. Okay. So just checking from the outside if all the doors are closed. This looks good to me. Now for the pushback. I don't have much idea how it works here. So let's see. Okay, I think I will. Or maybe I can self-steer even. Standard left. Cross the T. Self-drive. Let's try this. I've never tried it before, honestly. I have no idea. Okay. Europa 1048 requesting pushback.
Europa 1048, push and start approved facing east.
Push and start approved facing east, Europa 1048. Alright.
Europa 1048, set squawk 5501, please.
5501 for the 1048, sorry. I completely forgot that as well.
Ligurian 37 Bravo, taxi to
okay, so how does it work?
Via November Zulu, Hotel, November Golf, November Bravo.
Okay, that's released. Okay, I didn't even know how to start the manual stuff, so let's just do it like this. I have no idea where it's gonna push us now. Oh, nice! Look at these old MD-80s sitting over there. Never seen those before.
For departure, Ocon 5 Romeo, I mean, Instagram fly level 4000.
Okay, but I thought we should be starting now. What's happening?
Ryanair 303 Lima negative. You are cleared to destination via Sosac 5 Delta departure.
Oh.
Okuno 9
What the heck?
Bravo transition runway 25.
What the heck? A nice wheelie off the gate. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's fire up. PAX off.
Delta, initial climb flight level 4000 feet, squawk 1000.
Starting engine number 2.
Ryanair 303 Lima, you have clearance via text.
Oh, that's looking surprisingly good.
Bravo, runway 25, clear for takeoff, wind 0105 now.
That's looking very good for now. Maybe a little bit too tight. Is it stopping here? It is? Cool.
Pushback complete. Parking brake set. Brake set.
Awesome. That was better than expected.
Roger that. Ready to hold. Watch for the slip. Guidance on your right. Aft flight.
Okay, fire up engine number 1. Okay, I think we should be good. I honestly believe we are looking good for now.
Fiumicino Tower, easy for 616, we have the runway.
Sorry, that was a really bad engine start now, since I was so busy with pushback.
616,
Let's measure clock time as well.
16 right.
Yaw damper.
Easy 4616 right, clear to land, wind 0105 knots.
Clear to land, runway 1.
And then we can go traffic, and weather's still not working. Terrain not really needed, let's just leave it on traffic. Should be fine.
228, ciao, grazie.
Okay, 2 good engine starts, very good. Generators, continuous. Packs to auto, this comes auto. AP bleed off. RTO unable to 100, interesting. Trim 4.89, we are fairly close actually. This should be it. Flaps 5. Flight control check, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, rudder. Yeah, I've actually made the settings to have like a null zone at the end. Works better with my TCA side stick, so that's looking good. Okay, let's see where we will taxi out. Europa 1048 requesting taxi.
Europa 104 Bravo, taxi to holding point Bravo 25 via November Echo Hotel, November Golf, November Bravo.
Holding point Bravo Bravo runway 25 via November Echo, left on Hotel, November Golf, November Bravo, Europa 1048. Okay, we're getting there, and as always, I completely forgot to run the checklists. So before start checklist, I forgot. Before taxi checklist, I forgot. But now we can go back on track with the before takeoff checklist. So flaps are position 5, green lights, and stabilizer trimmers 4.9 units. That's set as well. So before takeoff checklist is completed.
Europa 1048, runway 25 cleared for takeoff, wind 0105 knots.
Runway 25 cleared for takeoff, Europa 1048. Okay. Turn off. Oh, I love the LED landing lights. It looks so good on the 737. Yeah, the brakes are a little bit aggressive. I need to tweak my control settings a little bit in that regard. Okay, cool. That should be fun. We are really departing towards the sunset now. Actually, it would be a brilliant time to make use of the new sunshades. Why not? Yeah, that's quite good. It's really making a difference here in the sim. I really like that. Okay, let's rock and roll. Off to Madrid, back to the home base. N1 and Toga. A little bit of a wind from the right there. 80 knots is checked. Rotate. Ooh. Not a perfect one. Gears coming up, but it's okay. Very cool.
Europa 1048, you're leaving my space, no ATC available, monitor Unicorn 128, see you.
122 decimate for Europa 1048. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
All traffic, stand by 1 minute, please.
Okay, left-hand turn. That trim is going crazy. So max 200 knots for the first waypoints, so we can go flap 1. Closing in on 4,000, but we can keep climbing now, of course. That seems to be a bug with the trim. I feel like this is not the way it should be. Yeah, it just keeps going off and then it never stops. It's a bit weird. Anyhow, let's go. Command A. VNAV actually would be kind of cool. So this goes off. This goes off. Taxi turn off lights. Those come to off as well. Flaps up, speed checked, flaps up. Alright, after takeoff checklist then. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto. Landing gear is up and off, flaps are up, no lights after takeoff checklist completed. And so that's that for the departure. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and then I will meet you over for a hopefully nice landing into
Thank you so much.
Madrid. See you in a bit. Hello friends, welcome back on this beautiful view. I really love Microsoft Flight Sim in the twilight situations. And here, this sunset over Spain is just tremendously good. I really love it. However, we are not here to enjoy the views, or actually part of it is true, but we are mainly here to do some aviation. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I've been really unfocused for the departure. Even after takeoff I noticed I forgot to switch off the APU, and I also forgot seatbelt signs and this kind of stuff. So now for this landing I really want to try to be a bit more focused, and let's see if I can manage to do that. Right, so I have changed plans a little bit. We are actually coming in on runway 18 left. Everything is set. We have the course, we have the frequency 111.5 set down here. I've prepared a lot of stuff, but we can run through together by doing the descent checklist. So pressurization is set, landing altitude 1950. Recall is checked as well. Auto brake is set to. We can roll all the way to the end. Landing data VREF 147, flap 30 landing +5, max is 152 I've dialed it in here. Minimums, I did radio 229. I was kind of too lazy to dial it all the way up to whatever the barrow minimums would be. And approach briefing, we can talk about it right now. So we are coming in on the Prado arrival. We've passed Nosco now into Lular and Robledillo. Max to 20, max to 29,000 or below, and 8,000 above. So let's set this to 8,000 like this. And then from Lular, ILS Zulu 18 left. So here's the Lular, just the RNAV following in, just straight in there, and then landing runway 18 left, 6,000 all the way up to 12.2 miles. And yeah, I think that should be fairly straightforward. Let's check the missed approach. Clamp on runway heading to Barajas, VOR. Continue on radar 181 to 12.5 miles, 5,000 or below. Then turn right, holding at Rofix 5,000. Okay, looks good to me. Transition altitude is flight level 130. We are just coming up to this, but actually it's standard. Local altimeters are standard 1013. That's set now. Wind is fine. Last time I checked, just a bit of wind, but you can see weather's quite nice. So that's all fine. Seatbelts are on now. Yes, they are. That's good. I think let's be early. We can already put those to continuous for the landing. Let's do logo lights just for the looks, really. Yeah, that's looking nice. And then there's one runway down there, but that's not the airport, I assume. I'm not quite sure if we can see it yet. Yeah, and as you have guessed, no ATC at the moment, which makes me think, can we eventually get a shortcut? No, actually that's sort of a pretty straightforward way to the final approach, so I think there's not really anything to shorten there. Let's dial it down to 6,000 then. Approach checklist, altimeters are set to local 1013. Approach checklist completed. We can already go ahead and arm those speed brakes. Right. Yeah, in terms of LNF and VNF, I think it's aircraft is doing a very nice job. In fact, I had nothing to intervene throughout the entire descent, so I'm very happy with that. And then just one thing I want to mention. After the release of this aircraft, or basically after the 737-700 already, a lot of community members noticed that the cockpit looks too clean, so there's no sort of used look throughout these aircrafts. And coming from the fact that many 737 NG aircrafts are quite old already, it would be kind of cool to have the used look cockpit as well. And there are freeware files which are available to install, to download from FlightSim.to, which give you a really nice used look. And I will actually go ahead and install these for the next flight. I figured for the first full flight video in this aircraft I kind of want to use the default cockpit textures, but then for the next one I think we will have the used cockpit textures. Just gives a little bit more immersion in my opinion. Yeah, that's that. We're coming up to 10,000. Let's switch on those landing lights, and then we just need to wait until we get to the final approach. Okay, 18 miles to run. Aircraft wants to slow down. Flaps 1. I believe we have a speed constraint. Ah no, it actually wants to decelerate. Nice, and there's the runway in sight. So maintaining 6,000. Let's go localizer. Captured approach mode. Very well, and then let's go flap 5 just before we have the glide slope speed intervene, and then we can nicely cruise it down there at 170 knots. Yeah, the timing is really good. Couldn't be any better. Just coming in for the sunset. Actually, it's past sunset already, but I like the sky colors. Looking really nice. Yeah, then just mentioning what we will do on the ground. So, airport is huge, of course. Air Europa is down here at Terminal 3. And we will taxi, vacate the runway somewhere here in Key 4. Then on the outer one, Alpha, all the way in here until we get to Alpha 14. Left-hand turn. Down on, I think that's still Alpha, and then at Golf 5, Golf 4 maybe, somewhere turning in there. Golf 5 maybe looks good, and then we can park it up here or on this side, whatever looks better. So that's the plan. Let's get this out of the way. Glideslope Capture to go around altitude 5,000 is set. Is that right, or is that a bug? It feels like to me approach should be illuminated, but I might be mistaken. I don't know. I feel like this should be active. Anyhow, the readouts are good. We have glide slope, we have localizers, so let's rather chill. Next up will be the landing checklist, but we are looking very good for now. Ooh, a lot of power. Okay, interesting. Nice, and then let's make a quick call on Unicom. Madrid Barajas traffic, Europa 1048, 10 correction, 9 mile final, ILS runway 18 left, Madrid traffic. Alrighty. Let's be fairly early in the config, then we can do some manual flying. So let's go flap 15, gear down, speed 160. Really cool. And then flaps 30, 152. Landing checklist. Engine start switches continuous. Speed brake is armed. Landing gear is down. Flaps are 30. Green light. Landing checklist completed. Okay, now let's see. Do I have the control? I do, and then disconnecting the autopilot. Ooh, aircraft is banking away right away. Interesting. Okay, I have control. Let's see if we can get a good one. Flight director recycle. Although I've never really understood why we need to do it, would be kind of interesting to know. Maybe if someone knows, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, of course, I can also Google it. But yeah, a little bit low. Aircraft is nicely trimmed. It feels good. Okay, 2 reds, 2 whites. A little bit slow. Yeah, the wind is more variable than I thought. Look at this, it's jumping around like crazy. Wow, okay. Wow, this wind. Okay, never mind. I thought we are not having any wind struggles for this landing, but it's quite something. Forgot to turn on some lights.
Approaching minimums.
Okay, let's see if we can make a good one here. 20 knots of wind now. Okay, interesting.
Minimums.
Continue. Now it's down to 12 knots. A bit low.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Ooh, a hard one. Bounce. 331. Oh, that was tricky. I should have, just before the touchdown, I noticed that I was a bit too slow, especially coming in with these winds. Maybe I should have carried a bit more speed for that landing. Okay, idle forward. Manual braking. Okay, but so we've made it down. Welcome to Madrid, everyone. Not the best landing, but it's okay. 330 feet per minute with in these windy conditions. I take that. Could definitely be worse. Okay, let's do a quick cleanup. Just write down the taxi route which we have discussed. Alright, finally we're getting here. There was a long taxi. Kind of went past this one, doesn't matter, we can take the next one. Let's try to get it properly. Okay, let's see, is it showing anything? No, that looks like hard printed on there. So I guess something like this will do. Parking brake. APU generators coming on, then we can kill the engines. APU bleed, this comes open. Where's the dome light? That's better. Okay, then we have the fuel pumps, beacons, logo lights are staying on, seat belts coming off, the electric hydraulic pumps, probe heat, window heat, like that. Shutdown checklist, fuel pumps are off except one for the APU, probe heats are off, hydraulic panel is set, flaps are up, parking brake is set, engine start levers are cut off, weather radar is off. And this comes to standby 2000. Right, so now for the deboarding, let's try if this works better now. Okay, so jetway is still not doing the trick, so anyway, let's do it like this, and then for the cargo, target 0, same over here, and request the vehicles like this. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, but the jetway, I have no idea how to operate them. Maybe I do need to dig into that topic, or maybe even go and use GSX in the future. I don't know. Let's see. Anyhow, here we are. Now it's like fully nighttime. Just the last little bit of light over there. That looks really, really nice. Okay, and so I guess it's a good night here from Madrid. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me on this 737-800 flight. I think it's a cool aircraft. I kind of prefer the Phoenix a little bit more. I think many people would agree on this, but yeah, this really gives us the chance to do a lot of 737 real-world ops, and I'm looking forward to that. And hope you are as well. Take good care. See you next time. Bye bye.